ladies, welcome back to the channel. So, this week we're going to be talking about a situation that has come pretty often in my practice. A lot of my students and clients have run into this scenario themselves, and it's quite common. And that is especially true if you are, you know, high achieving or really successful or alpha female, or someone that really sees herself, you see yourself as someone good. You're a good girl, you're a good person. So you have found yourself wanting to help men. Okay. When you ever find yourself trying to help a man in any way, shape, or form, you can officially say you are switching to a masculine energy scenario. You are switching to a masculine role, and therefore he ends up being in the feminine role, especially if he allows you to help him. Okay, so when a man is in his masculine energy, he will be the one helping you, even if you don't need any help, right? Even if you literally don't need him or whatever. We've talked before that you wanna need a man, right? And you wanna put yourself in that role in order to activate the masculine in him. Okay? So helping a man can be seen in all kinds of realms, like, or degrees or spectrums. It can be anywhere from helping the man, and we're talking about let's talk about when you're dating, and we'll talk about if you're in a relationship and married and things. So first we're going to talk about the dating part. So if you have to help him confirm dates, kind of like, well, you're not really sure if it's happening that date, you don't need to help him. You don't need to help him figure or confirm or figure out, what restaurant. I mean, he might ask you if you have a preference, that's one thing. But if you have to help, make things happen, no, like, you're officially being the masculine. Again, we're not talking about, let's think about context, right? So for example, if you've been married for 20 years and you're, setting up the date yourself, it's another thing when he has been the masculine in the relationship forever. Okay, but we're talking about, say, you're just started dating, and that's just a silly thing. But it starts to get more intense the way you want to help him. It can be you want to help him start to propose to you or move in with you or anything like that. And you start to ask him, when are we moving in together? And of course, in my practice, that's an absolute no. Moving in with someone that is not your fiance or soon to be husband or husband. Or, just things like that. But it can get really, really bad. Say you're with someone and you feel like you need to help him with his career, or help him get off an addiction, help him manage money, help him get a job, help him in any, or help him, a good one or a crazy one was help him um, stay away from his evil mother. What? I swear I've seen that. Help him, heal, or help him, kind of like be his psychologist is an iteration of that, like his therapist. Okay, here's a real common one. You're starting to see someone and he starts to talk about his ex a lot. And next thing you know, you are his therapist and you're helping him move on, helping him, forget his ex, help him in any way, shape, or form, especially without being asked for help. And I'm not talking about, hey, can you help me pick up like this? And I'm not talking about when you've been married for 1,000 years and he needs help because he's sick or he's going through a rough patch. But let's talk about rough patch. I think when someone is self-destructive and you're with a guy that just literally has no ambition or future or just anything, that's one thing. But like a little situation where, I don't know, he's switching jobs and, small things are one thing, because when you're married, in the long term, there's gonna be, some ups and downs to a degree. And yeah, like, of course, you're gonna be there for that person if they're having a bad moment, But if this man can't get his stuff together, you know, like, and again, when you're married, things are different. But when we're talking about someone with addictions or with not having the ability to provide, he just doesn't have that ability, always had issues with that, you can't help a man. We can't be with a project. And I think it's kind of an obvious video, this one. I think in my eyes is kind of obvious, but sometimes the things that are obvious for someone, they're not at all for someone else. So, if you want to be in your feminine energy so that he can be in his masculine energy, don't help him with anything. And I know I didn't come up with like the best examples in the planet, but the next time you see yourself really and truly leading the relationship, you're the one making the effort for this and that, you're helping, stop. Don't do it, because at the end of the day, relationships that last, stand the test of time, have the best polarity, like he's in his masculine energy and you're in your feminine energy. So let a man be a man. Let him fix his own problems. He should be helping you solve your problems. Okay? The masculine is solution oriented. The feminine is either receiver of help. And I know I myself struggle with that at some point in my life, because being a high achiever and, alpha and all these things can make you very solution oriented, which I am, right? Like, really and truly, it's my left brain. And it is a masculine trait, yes. But I keep that stuff to myself, help my own self, right? When you have that inclination to help the men, go back to self and help yourself and allow the man you're with to provide solutions to you and to himself. Don't help a man. It's really tempting. Again, one thing is to be there for thick and thin when you have been married for centuries. But another thing is when you're with someone that is a project and someone that really needs help, like psychological help or any of those things, like addiction, issues with money management, the lack of ability to provide and protect for you, you. So yeah, ladies, this one's a simple one, and simple but very often overlooked. So stay in your feminine energy and allow men to provide solutions to you and solve your problems. Don't solve their problems, please. All right, ladies. So that's it for now. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye now.